Hi YouTube, this is Laura. This is also a video response to Sean's video Proof God is Real. First of all, I just want to say that it's a very well put together video. Obviously, I mean, the argument, when you look at it for what it is, which is an argument about something that some people believe in and some people don't, it is a very good video and a very well made argument. It's, you know, it appears to take in all different sides of the argument and doesn't really seem to be overly biased in one direction. I use this term loosely, obviously, because if you really know anything about religion, you know that it is heavily biased, as long as it's coming from a religious person. I don't mean that in an offensive way, of course, but basically, this video that I'm making now is not to say don't believe in God. It's not to say that your beliefs are rubbish. I mean, I don't share them. I'm an atheist and not agnostic. I'm an atheist, don't believe in God at all, but you know, I can understand why other people would believe in God. I can see how other people would. I'm just saying some of the points you made in your argument that God has to be real, some of them were slightly flawed, starting with your chocolate bar argument. Yes, okay, if you said I will give you a chocolate bar after an infinite amount of time, I would never get the chocolate bar. That's because there's two finite points in time, and an infinity by definition means that finite comes from the word infinite. It's the opposite. Infinite is endless. So if you have 2 points in time, one here and one there, you can't have an infinity between them. But if I have a point here, I can have an infinite amount of time this way or that way. So, I mean, saying that just because you've got your chocolate bar theory, you can't have an infinite amount of time before the point X now, it's ridiculous. It doesn't really hold water when under close scrutiny. Secondly, your point about, I've written it down here, in the description of the video you said, and obviously the creator isn't extremely intelligent, having created an intelligent being such as mankind. Well, yes, in theory it probably would be intelligent, whatever created the universe and mankind, if something created it. But I mean, when you put together an argument that incorporates science and things like that, you can't really disregard a whole chunk of science, which is evolution. You haven't put that into your argument at all. You haven't even considered it, which kind of, from an atheist point of view, or maybe even from an agnostic person's point of view, it really doesn't help when someone is making this part of the video was very biased. I mean, I said at the beginning that when you first watch it, at face value, it's not. But I mean, when you leave out a chunk of science that big, you can kind of tell that you're not really thinking it through, and it really doesn't do you any favours, mate. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. That you should probably revise your argument before you try and convince people of stuff. But hey, if there are agnostic people, or if there are sort of people who say they're Christian who don't really believe it, if they've been convinced, then hey, go you. I mean, have a great life. But I mean, some people who have any concept of logic will see that you're not making the best argument. So yeah.